We are so inundated with news. And for the gamer, the geek, or the nerd, it's almost impossible to stay on top of our interests. So just as the game developer or a designer will nerf a weapon or a character to kind of level the playing field inside of a game, my hope is that I can actually nerf all of the weekly news into one segment once a week for you, the audience. With that in mind, let's get into this week's news.
Are you listening?
On this week's episode, DC's Justice League is in the middle of a pretty serious facial hair crisis, so I present to you the Prospector. When he isn't saving the world or flying faster than a speeding bullet, this Superman is hard at work running his gold mine in Smallville, Kansas. Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson might be running for president. In Hercules, he killed a lion with his bare hands, which, quite frankly, I don't think a single member of Congress is capable of doing. Most notably, Sean Murray promised that there would be multiplayer gameplay in the game, and when the game arrived, well, it didn't have multiplayer.
Will you be able to play with your friends? Yeah.
Chicago's Pokemon Go Fest failed miserably, putting it on the list of Chicago's greatest disasters, right behind the Great Chicago Fire of 1871. In case Disney is watching, I took some liberties and designed my own rides for Star Wars Galaxy Edge. Jar Jar hunting! Yeah, you get in the carts, you shoot Jar Jars, and whoever has the highest score for killing the most Gungans and Jar Jars at the end of the ride win. Let's update the Haunted Mansion by adding a few new ghosts. Womp Rat bombing in Luke's T-16 speeder. Yeah, this one is actually kind of cool because Luke brags about how easy it is to blow up the Death Star by saying,
"It's not impossible. I used to bullseye Womp Rats in my T-16 back home. They're not much bigger than 2 meters.
I'm gonna build a Death Star so huge, it's gonna be the best Death Star you've ever seen." Twitch streamer by the name of a twerking Yoshi